this first exercise that you're going to do with me is a tricep kickback, but you're going to do a single arm. And here's why you're going to do a single arm. You're going to focus a little bit more on that one arm. Stagger your stance if you like to. You're going to kick back. Notice that the elbow stays in place. Now while I'm doing that one arm, I don't have to do as much work stabilizing my upper body. So it really is going to allow you to focus on those muscles. Probably using the same weight that you would if you were doing 2. And I'm going to count 5 more. So you can actually be doing this with me. You're doing this, right? Not watching? 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. I'm going to switch sides and just show you the difference. So you're going to open up, same leg goes back, and again, 1, 2. So anything you do a single side, obviously, you've got a second side coming, right? And reach. Important that that elbow stays in place, that you're not swinging, especially when you come down. You're still working right there. We call that the eccentric contraction. 60% of the work happens on that eccentric contraction. So don't just get here and then think you're finished. You've got to do both sides. Nice work. Good, and I'm going to have you do one more. Next exercise is both arms going back in a tricep kickback. Now I can sit down because I've got more core going on here. If that robs you of getting to the muscles you really want to focus on, it would be better for you to sit down to get the emphasis where you want it. Now, I did single arms with this weight. I might have better form if I went slightly lighter with this weight, doing 2 arms. Better form, better results. So don't be too proud to go smaller if it lets you contract deeper in that muscle and relax. Triceps extensions can be done standing, but if you're worried about your knees hyperextending or your lower back, you're going to sit down, take the pressure off, and again, if you're really focusing on the back of those upper arms, you don't want to be distracted by something else. Think about what's your primary goal in this exercise. You're going to make sure that your upper arms stay close to your ears, but your shoulders stay down. So lift them once to feel that down. Comes right behind you, and then straight up. Inhale and exhale. You want to make sure that your elbows don't drift out to the side. They stay in. And exhale, and that you're feeling that you're engaging your core. So I know you're working through those arms, but we often forget some of those other pieces of your body need to stabilize. Something may prevent you from doing this exercise, and that would be that you don't have good range of motion in your shoulders. And if that's true, just leave this one out. You have plenty others to choose from. But variety is the spice of life and can also be the spice of great arms. Getting rid of the bat wing, bingo arms, or second wave goodbye. Last one, you're going to bend your elbows and bring them in. For the lying triceps press, you're going to hold the weights with your palms facing the ceiling. The elbows straight up. And you can do this with the bar as well. I don't have a bar, so I'm using dumbbells. I'm just going to bend and press, and the elbows to the shoulders stay perpendicular to the floor. Take this one nice and slow. Good. Now this one is actually called skull crushers because clearly, if you're not careful, you could. And then leave it here, and we're going to bring those elbows down. Now, a version of the triceps press, palms neutral, but I've got dumbbells here, and I'm just going to make it happen like this, nice and light. Got a little balance because you've got to steer those weights down and straight up. Leave that core on the ground. Bend and press. Exhale up. Good. And again. Doing great. Good. So that is skull crushers, palms up, and the other way, lying extension, just like this. The next exercise I want to show you is tricep exercise, very similar to what I've just demonstrated, but you're going to use a heavier weight. So for me, I'm just going to grab my kettlebell. You could be holding onto a dumbbell, but palms are in neutral. So if you're holding onto a ball, a medicine ball, or a kettlebell, or a dumbbell, you want to hold it here, and that one's going to go up and overhead. So a little bit further, not a skull crusher. It's not a dumbbell line press right beside your head. Just going a little bit further back and press. So you're going a little bit heavier with your weight. So you want to make sure you've got control. This exercise is a straight arm moving from the shoulder. So palms are facing back, they could also be facing in. You want your weight on your heels, tailbone back, and arch in your back, or sit down. Straight up, and you want to own that and bring it back very slowly. So it's a lift with an easy and a slow return. So this is an eccentric exercise emphasized here as you slow it down on the return. 60% of the work happens right there, so don't skip ahead. This one counts so much. We're going to do 2 more. You get the idea. You're getting that tricep, the muscle in your upper arm, as it crosses your shoulder in that straight arm extension. Doing a chest press will use the triceps, but doing a chest press with a really close grip. So both elbows close to your body and close grip here, not wide on a bar or wide with dumbbells, but in. We'll emphasize the triceps. Here's what it looks like. I'm going to keep those arms close to me, and I'm going to keep the weights in, close to each other, no matter where they are in the range of motion. And this too will give you a little bit more emphasis on the triceps in the back of the upper arm. So that one is a close grip chest press. When you do a tricep dip, just want to be cautious of your wrist, your elbow, and your shoulder. And if you carry tension in your neck anyway, watch out for that firing up. So first, decide if you can do it. Second, when you come out, bend your knees so that you're lifting a little bit less of your weight as you get accustomed to the exercise. Keeping your shoulders directly over your hands. If you want to make it more difficult, you can take both legs out, slight bend of your knees, and come down and up right here. And push. Good. So either not at all, bent knees, or straight legs. And number 10 is a push up with a close-in grip. So it's almost as if your index finger and thumbs touch each other, and as you come in, keep your elbows close to your body. So it looks like this. Keep your head up, and then push up. Very much like the chest press, the arms stay close to you. And you can do this one on your toes, or not, but it's much more difficult than when you're using the chest muscles primarily. So you're using the triceps so much, you may want to start on your knees for this one. For more tips on how to flip 50 and your arms, go to flipping50.com/10RMX for the free cheat sheet to how to get started.